You see it, Walter? Oh
Yep.
yeah, it says we are live. All right, Art of Chemistry. I see y'all looking fabulous on this beautiful Tuesday, the 7th day of July, and we are still here. Thank
Thank
you,
you, Lord.
God. Thank you, God. All right, so I'm super excited as always about this podcast because 2 weeks ago we had the leads on. We had Dominique Martin, we had Robert Fitzgerald, and we had Jay Owens. And Jerron Calhoun, even though he's a part of the staff, was in rare form. He's not here tonight. I don't know what's going on. He came for the men, but he's not showing up for the followers. China, we will discuss that a little bit later. But right now, listen, I am Iris. We have China, and we also have Walter on the line. Woo woo!
Hello.
Hello, hello, hello. All right, so let's get to some of the events that are coming up. I want to start with this event. The prelims, the Chicago Stepping prelims are coming to Houston July 31st through August 2nd. I searched for the flyer, China, that had the different days on it, the different
Hmm.
events. I could not find it. So this is the one I found. I don't know if it's still 50% off, but this is the one that I found. But listen, if you can support, please support. I thought I was going to be out of town, but I'm actually going to be here. So I am definitely going to support this event. So if you can, step out, if not on all the days, at least on one day. And from what I see, there's a workshop, every hour of the day. There are a lot of workshops going on that weekend. So participate if you can. The next event we're going to talk about is the event that's coming up this Saturday. It is second Saturday. It happens every month, right? Every second Saturday of every month. But I'm gonna let Walter tell you a little bit about how it goes down on second Saturday.
Second Saturday. Every second Saturday at the shrine, they have Jay Owens, Henry, uh, aka Zeus, and Mr. Kent. I think it's been 13 years now. Every second Saturday, they have an event there, and they celebrate the birthdays for the month. And I think this month will be Mr. Kent and Travis Guidry and Janine. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be some more people there. So if you're able to come out and support and dance, come on out to Second Saturday. I'll
Come
be there.
on. I'll be there. Walter Stone Cold will be in the building. All right. And I'm gonna get Miss China to talk about this event, Trap and Swing Weekend with Always in Step, Always in Style, SNS. Go ahead, China Boo.
So with Trap and Swing, I think I've gone 2 years. I really enjoyed myself. It is a different type of experience. Different music. It's a whole vibe. Come with the energy. Yeah, it's a good time. John does a really good job with that actual event. Like I said, I had a good time. I left there feeling real good. You gonna dance? It's several dancers. A lot of swing out. Two step was there. Chicago step. I did pretty much everything that I know to do. So it's no excuse. It is all different type of genres. So join them for one of the weekend events if you can't do all of them.
That's right. So there's still time. I think the pay information is on the flyer. Remember, all the flyers are going to be posted on the Auto Chemistry Fun Around Town page in the morning. So make sure you check out that page in the morning. All right. At the end of the show, I'm going to show you the flyer for fourth Sunday in July because the last event on the Trap Swing weekend is fourth Sunday at Legacy. So I'll show you that event right before the show ends. But right now, we're going to bring on the follows because we have some things to get off of our chest from last week. No, I'm just saying. We're going to let that go, but I am going to get them to address two things that were said last week just to get a little bit more clarity from
Week
the
before
follow side.
last.
Huh? Week
Yeah.
before last. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All right. So coming to the stage is Sonja Shetty Amor. I'm not going to sing because that's not my ministry. Okay. All
That
right.
was beautiful. Thank you.
All right, next on the stage. If you haven't seen her dance, then you're missing out. You know, I remember a routine that she did in North Carolina with Jay Durham. It was fabulous. I think it was a Michael Jackson song, if I'm not mistaken. She'll correct me if I'm wrong when she comes on. But let's bring her to the stage, Miss Tiffany Renee.
Hello.
Hello, hello, hello. And last but certainly not least, the lady who can spin 90 times in a row and never get dizzy. Okay? Her name is Caitlin Carey.
Hello. Hey.
Hello, hello, hello. All right, ladies, y'all ready?
We ready?
You ready? You ready? You ready? Okay, before we dive right in, I am going to because Tiffany and Sandra sent some flyers, and we definitely want to be supportive of their events and some of the things that they have going on. So we're going to start with Tiffany's or Jay's camp events that's happening in July. This is a great picture, by the way. Tiffany, you want to tell the
Thank
people about
you.
this event?
Yeah, so this is the Ladies Lab, and we had a Ladies Lab part one last month on the 13th. We had about 80 women show up. Just 3 hours of learning, building. I'm all about, anybody who knows me knows that confidence is number one. Like, I want to build women up, not just in dance, but in life. So that's going on Saturday, July 25th.
All right, all right. I did see videos from that. It looked like there was you all had a great time.
It was.
All right.
All right. The Artistry Lab is a daytime morning of learning, right? So we have different sessions that's going on during the daytime of learning, broken up into groups based on your level of dance. The evening is the afterglow party. It's a celebration honoring several community members for not just their impact in dance, but in the community, in and out of dance. So it's going to be a very nice, elegant event going on November the 14th.
November the 14th. All right, mark your calendars, people. Mark it. If you never met Jay, he is a vibe, a whole vibe, right? So
It,
and I'm pretty sure the rest of the group is also a vibe. So November 14th, don't forget that. All right, so Sandra doesn't have an event, but she does have something. So
I do
Sandra, tell the
something.
ladies what you got, girl.
Yes, thank you so much. Many of you may know, many of you may not know, but professionally, I'm a licensed therapist. I'm licensed in Texas, and I've been doing that for about 10 years. And as I came into Houston Two Step in particular and started learning the dance, I really saw a connection, or I guess a pathway to really combine two of my passions, my professional life and then something I'm passionate about, which is dance. And, you know, really wanting to connect with more dancers and offer some tools and skills for building confidence. So very much in the same vein as Miss Tiffany, just with wanting to empower not just women, but, you know, leads, follows, wherever you are in the dance world, and actually off of the dance floor as well. Just helping you to navigate stress, anxiety, If you're a competitor, building your stage presence and performance skills and that sort of thing. So I have two resources that I currently have available as digital products: the Confident Dancers Handbook and the Confident Dancers Workbook. So they complement each other. So I do have those digital products available. If you scan that QR code or click that link that's on the flyer, that'll get you access to those. And then I'm also going to launch very soon the Confident Dancer coaching sessions, where I'm going to do them virtually. So if you want to go beyond what's written in the handbook and in the workbook, I'd love to be able to connect with you one-on-one. Or if you and your dance partner would like help, if you're preparing for competition or you're just wanting to feel more confident about social dancing, that's a resource that I'm going to be offering soon. So there's also a link in that link tree there that will get you on my email list to be the first to hear about it.
All right. All right. I love the logo. It is so you, Sandra.
Thank you. Thank you.
No problem. No problem. All right, y'all. Thank you, everybody, for talking about your events, for sharing the love. We will definitely make sure that we share the love tomorrow on our events page. But for right now, let's set the vibe, okay? Now, this is rapid fire. Don't think about it. Don't think about it. This first answer that comes to your head, deal?
Deal.
Okay, we're going to start with Caitlin. Caitlin, what is your favorite dance song at this moment right now?
Oh, soft girl era Ari Lennox.
Okay, okay. What's one move you secretly love when a lead does it?
Oh, there's a lot of them. I used to hate like the Eagle Walk or the one where you go under. I can't think of the actual name. I used to hate those, despise those, but now they're one of my favorites.
Now you love them. Okay, all right, okay. Fast songs or slow songs?
Slow.
Okay. What's your biggest dance floor pet peeve?
I have a few, but the biggest one, grabbing my wrist. I cannot stand it.
Yeah, I feel you on that. Okay, all right. Complete this sentence. The best leads make me feel.
Free.
Oh, I love that answer. Okay, all right, okay. Tiffany, favorite song right now at this moment?
At this moment, I'm gonna have to go old school. It's Sometimes by Anita Baker.
Oh, yeah.
That's my song right now.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna have to listen to it.
Oh, the
Not
message.
Anita Baker, but as soon as
message
we
in the
get off, I'm gonna listen to it just for you,
Yes.
Tiffany. All right. What's one move you secretly love when a lead does it?
Free spins. Like, give them to me. Like, let me spin.
Let you speak. Okay. All right. Okay. Fast songs or slow songs?
Slow.
Okay. What is your biggest dance floor pet peeve?
It would be someone walking right behind someone on the floor after the song has already started and disregarding people who are already dancing.
Okay, all right. We're all in our heads. We're like, yeah, we don't like that either. Okay. I saw the expression on everybody's face. Okay. Complete this sentence. The best leads make me feel.
Caitlin stole mine. No. I would say free and happy.
Free and happy. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Good. 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 Okay, Sandra, favorite dance song right now.
Really anything by October London, because I just feel like the beat just builds in the song. It gives you different sounds to play with when you dance. But in particular, I like that song, She Keeps Calling. I like that.
Love that song. Yeah, that's a really great one. That's a really great one. Okay. I think I know the answer to this, but fast or slow songs?
I like a slow song.
You like a slow song?
Slow or mid tempo? Is that what you were thinking?
No, I was definitely not thinking that. I was thinking
Really?
fast. Okay, yes.
Gotcha.
Okay. What's a move that you secretly love when a lead does it?
Um, I love to spin as well, so I got to take your answer, Tiffany.
Yeah, sure.
Spin.
All right, give me a spin, give me a spin. Your biggest dance floor pet peeve?
Um, I think just being like kind of robotic. Like it's one thing to kind of keep the dance simple and like you don't need to do a lot of moves in a dance, but I like to feel like I'm dancing when I dance. So sometimes that could be the song that's playing, sometimes that could be, just the vibe of who I'm dancing with. But I guess I would say that's my pet peeve when there's like not any energy in the dance.
I got you, I got you. And complete this sentence. The best leads make me feel.
Hmm. Alive and creative.
Oh, that's good. So we got free, alive, and creative. I like those answers. I really do. I really do. Good job. Good job. All right, ladies, y'all ready? Okay, let's get into it. We're gonna dig back into some things that were said 2 weeks ago. Not everything, but a lot of I think all of the leads, if I'm not mistaken. But I think Dominique gave the a good response. They were all good, but his response sort of dug into the question, and it was about trusting. One thing that he likes is when a partner trusts basically that he's going to take care of them on the dance floor, right? Not thinking that it's, oh my God, it's Dominique Martin or it's a Walter McDonald or it's a Jerron, whatever, but just trusting that they are going to do what needs to be done on the floor. Do you find with some follows or just in conversations or maybe even in your own dance that sometimes you find it difficult to put your whole trust out there? And if so, why? And anybody can answer. It's not for anybody specific.
Okay. All right.
Mhm.
Okay, so in my opinion, I think it's difficult to trust, right? So what I've learned from talking to followers and just having lessons with them is really a big part of it is lack of trust in self, right? The perception may be that it's in the lead. It's really not. It's really I don't trust myself.
Yeah.
That's really what it is. Hey, John. It's really about self. I've danced with a lot of leads who I don't know who they are, but I remember not trusting myself, and I didn't care how skilled they were, how great they were at dancing. It didn't matter. It was about the lack of trust I had in myself.
Yeah. And I think, Caitlin or Sandra, did y'all want to add to that?
Yeah, to add to what Tiffany said, a lot of people that I've talked to, even in class and things like that, when you're trying to lead them, they are reluctant to let go. Hey, John, are reluctant to let go and allow you to lead them. And yeah, so I can definitely relate to that.
Yeah,
You have to
yeah. I
and
agree.
know
I
that you have to
agree.
let go and let someone else lead you.
Yeah, that's really hard. There's a lady in the Thursday class who basically said, "Look, I don't like to listen to it. I don't like when dudes tell me what to do, so I don't know how this is going to work out." So she said it differently, but that's basically what she meant. And so but that was on her. It wasn't necessarily on the lead, and it's not even a bad thing, right? It's just who she is, who most women are. It's really hard to put your trust, even though it's for 3 minutes. For some, follows, it could be like this sense of trepidation that you literally have to let go for 3 minutes, right? Sonja, you want to add to that?
Yeah, so like what I'm hearing is based on Dominique's comment and what we're all saying, because I agree, I think self trust is really the factor at play there because it sounds like maybe the leads may misinterpret that as like we don't trust them, but we're also trying to find trust in ourselves. And, that part, like, yeah, maybe it just doesn't translate that way. And I don't think anyone's at fault there, but it's definitely a balance of trusting yourself, trusting your partner, and just kind of being vulnerable. Like dancing makes you be vulnerable, and I
Yeah.
think that's exactly why this concept of trust really stands out when we're talking about lead and follow.
Yeah, and it's really hard. I don't know, Sandra or Walter, no, Sandra, I'm sorry, China or Walter, did you all want to add to that?
Sure, since you said I don't talk. I guess as a lead, it's true that you may. I guess in the first 30 seconds, I guess I try to pick up on the energy. What kind of energy the follow have when I'm dancing with them? If they're nervous, or if they don't have the confidence, and whatever that is, I try to give them comfort in that to make the
Yeah.
dance to make them relax and get them comfortable. So that's something that I try to, especially with somebody new or beginner, I try to read that energy off the top so I can know how to dance with them instead of just grabbing them and dancing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And you got to remember, it's like and John is trying to be funny, okay? But anyway, I'm not posting any more of his comments. But it goes both ways. Like I'm pretty sure that every follow on this line has gotten this before. I'm so nervous to dance with you. Oh my God.
Mhm.
You've gotten that before. And so at the same time that leads may feel that we're not, that there may be a little, fear, uncertainty, or a little anxiety, sometimes leads feel that as well. And so, when both of you are feeling that, that's when you either going to get a dance that you feel like you have to sort of struggle through, or you're going to get a dance where you're expecting that the other person feels some type of anxiety. The lead feels this, the follow feels this, and then you're going to make that dance enjoyable for both of you. But yeah, but I do understand how the trust thing came in. But what about anticipation? Because that was another thing, anticipation. That when follows anticipate moves, that's a signal that there's no trust there.
Mhm.
How do you? And I think
To say
Robert
about
said that. Go ahead, Sandra.
I have something to say about that because as a follow, right, like that's actually part of the skill set of a follow to not necessarily anticipate where the anticipation is bigger than you following what's happening, but you do kind of have to be aware. Like we all have to be aware of what's happening in the dance. And sometimes I think it plays out where it comes across where we are anticipating it or we're trying to read further into it than we really are. But I also get, that sometimes like we are just trying to say, okay, well, this feels like the next move that's coming. So let me just do that before we actually get there. So I think though it's a part of the skill set of a follow to anticipate a little bit, but just not to let it overpower, you following in the dance, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with Sandra on that. I will say that feel. I always tell followers that there's one thing to feel the connection. It's another thing. A lot of times, just being honest, is that women don't look. We don't like to look. We don't like to look in the direction of the lead. So that's a part of following, right? So you have your connection and then you have your eye contact. I'm not staring at a lead. I'm not staring him down, but I am. That's my awareness. That's going to help me not anticipate. So I'm basing it on my feel, the connection, and what I see as well. So those two go together for me.
So if I'm understanding you correctly, maintaining eye contact with your partner or watching him is a part of maintaining a connection.
Yeah, it's the so I'm connecting from my eyes, from my awareness, and with my hand. Like everything is a connection. It's a disconnection. If I'm looking down or around, I see it all the time. Followers dancing, they looking down. How can you really connect with the lead if you're not even paying attention? And it goes the same thing for lead.
Yeah.
So it's both are
It's
equally
both.
important.
Yeah. Caitlin?
Um,
Caitlin
I
is so cute. You are just too cute. Oh my goodness. Go ahead.
stop it.
You are.
I, from what Tiffany said, I have a bad habit of not making eye contact, but that's something that I've always struggled with. So I try to do better with it, but I'm just, it's one of my bad habits, just the eye contact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same way for a long time. Yeah.
I gotta know you. Like I can, yeah.
So I'm not looking at them in the eye. I'm looking to acknowledge them. Like I am looking in acknowledgement of the lead, right? So it's the same thing if we as followers dancing with somebody. And I saw a question about a couple of days ago about leads looking off or looking at everything except for you. It's really the same thing. Like I want that connection. I want you to pay attention because you're leading me. In order for me to trust, I gotta trust that you're paying attention. If you're not
I
paying
don't like
attention,
that. Yeah. I don't like that. I don't like that, Tiffany. When they start looking off, I will immediately leave the
yeah,
dance.
yeah,
Mentally, I am gone from that dance. If you're looking, because now I'm thinking, okay, I just want it to be over. If
right.
you're over, and there are a couple of leads, and I've danced with them a couple of times, and they've done that, and so I don't approach them, and if I see them coming my way, I'm going to the bathroom. It's just, it's I don't like that. There's no.
I
Deeper.
totally get it. The thing is, we do it all the time as followers. Like we do it all the time. We look away. It's not in nobody's eyes, John. We're not looking at nobody's eyes, but if there is a sense of acknowledgement that you in dancing.
Yeah. I don't know. It's all China. Do you find it difficult to look people in their eyes?
It's not in your
looking
eye.
one person in their eye when I'm dancing.
It's not in their eyes.
That is just weird to me.
No. I know what you mean. I
No.
definitely know what you mean, Tiffany. Because Miss Brenda used to tell us to look at their chin. Like, don't
I was
look.
about to say I'm gonna go from the nose to the chin.
Yeah. Miss Brenda used to say, look at their chin. So most of the time, I'm looking at their chin, or But if it's somebody that I laugh with, like Craig. I love dancing with Craig because he's always giggling. I'll look him in the eye, but most guys, I can't do it.
I'm talking about the followers mostly look down. Like I watch videos all the time. They look down.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They do. A lot of us do, and sometimes I'm guilty of that. I must say, not all the time. Most of the time, I'm looking up at my partner.
Right.
But and you'll know. And I'm getting ready to tell off on myself. But if I'm looking down, a lot of times it's because I'm unsure if I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing with that particularly. And it's always going to be someone that I rarely ever dance with. You know what I mean? Like at ISDC, somebody that I'm probably never going to dance with until the next ISDC. But it goes back to the confidence piece that Sandra was talking about. It goes back to I even think it goes back to the whole trust thing, right? Because if you trust your partner, then it won't be any issue. Maybe not looking them in the eye, but looking in their direction rather than down or off. Yeah, so good.
Yeah, it's an awareness thing though. Like going back to that point, like you would want, like if you're walking somewhere, which we're all guilty of this, right? Walking around on our phones and we looking down, or at least I see people do it a lot.
Yeah.
And you're walking, so you're doing something physical, but you're not even looking at what you're doing.
Exactly.
That's even worse in dancing, because how are you going to know if your lead is changing hands to give you another signal or something like that if you're not also engaging with them? And I remember this coming up when I first started going to classes, and people would always be like, you don't have to like stare people down, but just stay aware, like stay alert about what's happening, looking down at the floor, looking at your feet, that's not going to help you, do the steps any better. So,
Yeah, I agree. Well, I just wanted to, I totally forgot the other question I told you I was going to ask. I was going to ask maybe to come back, but I'm seasoned, so it may come back. But listen, let me get to the real questions. So, all of you are amazing follows, and I know all of you lead as well. Some of you are co-instructors. So, this whole leading following thing is not new to you. But my question to you as a follow is, what do you see? Because you all, sometimes we sit and just watch. Sometimes I just like to watch. I was at First Sunday at Shane's, and it was just so much fun watching everybody dance. But as you're watching everybody dance, what is the one thing that, if you could have a class with all the follows in the dance community, what is the one thing that you would, or what are the top three things that you would focus on in that class? Maybe you see some things that, I'm sorry, I just read some John types. I'm sorry, y'all. I totally lost my train of thought.
blocking it out.
Leave it in.
What are the two top three things that you would teach in that class based on some of the things you see that follows do?
I'll go first. I'll say posture and frame will probably be one of the things. Smiling. I know that sounds like, you know, kind of like what, but to smile because I know that you're enjoying yourself. You wouldn't be here if you didn't. So, it's nice to smile every once in a while. And then probably just deeper connection would be like my
Yeah, connection. Yeah. Connection, smiling, and posture. Good. All right, Tiffany.
I would definitely say connection would be first for me. Connection and being able to go and to move. I remember years ago when I started dancing, a lead told me that I was heavy, and so I was absolutely offended because he didn't tell me why. Like, you can't just leave it out there and say you're a heavy follower. I'm like that. What are you saying to me? And it was later that I understood that my arm, I was too strong. I was too strong in my arm. It, we'll talk about that later, but it's tough on the lead side. Like, ladies have to be able to go and release all that energy that they have stored in their arms and their shoulders. That's like number one is connection, and that's number 2 and 3.
Okay. All right. So everybody said connection. That's good. Okay, Sandra.
So, what I would love and what I kind of talk about in my handbook, I'd love to teach followers how to breathe through discomfort, because a lot of times when we get in our head, about following, we're thinking and focusing too much on that, and we're missing things right in the dance, or we're missing the opportunity to really perform, or just dance at our real potential. So I think the breath is really a powerful tool, not just on the dance floor, but also outside of the dance floor. But definitely for follows, I'd want to teach some breathing skills for dancing, because like, even with, especially with competition dancing, like, y'all don't know, if y'all see me smiling, I'm also like breathing real hard through them teeth. You know what I'm saying? Like, you still gotta breathe. You gotta give your body the oxygen it needs to carry out what you're trying to do. So I think that would be a big one for me. I also think connection is important, as the other two ladies mentioned, and hmm, it's probably something else in there, but I'll stick with those two for now.
Breathing is good. And I like that. And I definitely like connection. Walter, because your bestie said we don't never let you talk, is there anything that you wanted to say?
Sure. I guess one of the things I would say is relax. Uh, I think, as far as my experience, the follows, they put a lot of they put a lot of pressure on themselves to be able to follow and dance. And so the most important thing is I tell them just relax,
Yeah.
and the connection, because when you're dancing, I guess it could they could throw people off, and they get in their head and they thinking they trying to figure out the moves, and all they got to do is just relax and wait for the communication. And so that's what I try to tell some of the students: just relax and wait for the signal. You don't have to try to figure out what I'm doing. You don't have to. You already know the steps. Just relax and just have fun, enjoy the dance. You don't have to try to figure nothing out. Don't have to think about it. Just relax and try to feel the movement. You know.
Okay. All right. That's good advice. That's good advice.
And John, I
So,
look everywhere. So look at the lady. I look off sometimes when I come back.
Yeah.
you do not look anybody in their eye, Walter.
Yes,
But
I look
you're.
good.
Well, I will say
Look at
that
me.
there's never been a moment that I've danced with you that you felt that you weren't connected to the dance. And even when I watch you dance with other ladies, that 3 minutes belongs to them. So that's a technique that you have that's really good. China, did you want to add something?
Y'all
Listen.
got it covered. Y'all said everything I would have said.
Okay. What do you think is the biggest misconnection that people have about following?
So I have something.
Okay.
So something that came up in the leads perspective a couple weeks ago. Um, this concept of like backleading or hijacking the dance or things like that, right? Like I think that comes up a lot. It could be a little controversial, and somebody listening might not agree with me. That's okay. But one of the things I worry about sometimes that follows themselves may have a misconception about is that we're not allowed to at any point like do something in the dance that's just our own. So whenever I hear people say, well, don't back lead, don't do this, I agree. Like definitely don't do it at the wrong time or just haphazardly, right? But we're a part of the dance as well. Like we're co-creating the dance. And so yes, the lead definitely has a huge responsibility. They've got mental gymnastics going on to lead us through this dance. But we as follows, we also have our creativity that we want to express. So, when we give it enough practice, and I think this is one of those things you practice kind of socially or maybe just, in your class initially, and then get confident with it to be able to like, just add your own stuff into a dance. So if you call that hijacking or backleading, I don't know. But that just always comes up for me when I hear that topic come up, is that like, dang, I hope that doesn't discourage followers from finding their voice in the dance conversation.
Yeah. I mean, I get what he said about backleading. I can see how that could be annoying.
Yeah.
But I also think that there are little pockets that we can kind of, dig into to bring our own self in there, our own style in there. Tiffany or Galen?
I think one misconception, to kind of piggyback off of what Sandra said, um, is that this is only a lead stance and not, there's no room for the follow, like whatsoever, that we're only there to add accents to what the lead is giving us, because that's not true. It's a conversation, right? So I am listening to what my lead is giving me, but I'm also allowed to add in my own spice, add in my own personality within the dance without back leading or feeling like I'm taking over. I mean, I'm there to I'm going to use your words, Sandra, co-create, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, I like that co-creator.
yeah, and I'm there to add some sunshine.
Okay. Okay. All right. Tiffany?
I would say I agree with both of the ladies. Both lead and followers have to be listeners, right? So both of us have to listen. Like, you're communicating with me, but I'm also communicating with you. So it's definitely a co-creation. We're in this dance together.
Yeah, I like that. Co-creator. I love that. I really do. I love that. Um, so since we're co-creating, what makes you instantly trust a lead? Like instantly. You're 30 seconds or 20 seconds into a song. What makes you instantly trust that they're going to take care of you for those 3 minutes?
Trust.
Yeah, I
Trust.
agree with that.
I would say they're what I feel in the connection. Because if a lead is too aggressive, um, I don't I don't trust that you trust yourself. So it doesn't make me tensed up. It just makes me more aware of what I'm doing. Um, and I have to be a little more self conscious of the moves that you're putting me into, because a lot of things hurt, right?
Yeah,
A lot of people can get hurt, so that I would say, if it's too much pressure, if it's too much, like if you're squeezing my fingers, I might jack my hand, from you. Um, because I'm also trying to protect myself. So that makes me instantly not trust a lead.
yeah, I get that. Well, you just come out like, what was it? Dominique said that some leads feel like they got to give you everything, like in the first 20 seconds, every move they ever learned,
Hmm.
first 20 seconds. And so, that could be kind of aggressive because, it can feel like you're in a wind tunnel while you're dancing. So I can see how that could lead to you not trusting. Tiffany or Sonja?
I would probably say it's definitely in the connection. I can tell the way the lead connects with me. If he's giving too much, if we're meeting each other in the middle, he's not giving too much, and we're real secure, I already know that he's going to take care of me.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah,
Sonja?
I'd have to agree with that, and just also add the clarity of the signaling, which I think that's a part of the connection for sure. But I mean, there's a difference in when, like, I'm anticipating what's next by what I'm feeling from you. But then if I'm misreading it or something, it's not to say like I can't misread stuff. I can, I'm human. But sometimes there's just I just like a lack of certainty about it, like about what the
Yeah,
lead wants me to do. And like when I feel that initially, if it doesn't kind of self correct, because it happens, like we're all human, but if it doesn't kind of self correct in the first 30 seconds or so, I'm kind of like, okay, let me kind of be a little bit more aware to not necessarily anticipate, but just to see what I need to do next, right?
yeah,
Or can I take a little moment to kind of freestyle or do something with the music on the beat?
yeah. I agree. And so Ursula Cornish said, how you gonna post in the chat and not, are you kidding me? China posted something in the chat and she's on the line. Anyway, oh my God. Ursula said,
Can
if
I
I
say
see
something
that
real
he's
quick?
looking at his surroundings, making sure that I don't bump into anyone, this is in addition to being a great lead, and I can understand what he's trying to communicate with his hands and body. That's really good. I like that. I remember
Hey,
the
Iris, can
first
I say
time.
something real quick?
Oh, you sure can.
Yes. So sometimes I do grab the lady wrist. Uh,
Caitlin said, no, sir.
hey,
No,
look,
sir. No, no,
hey,
no.
look.
China said, no, sir.
No, I said continuously. I did not say hold it,
And
Will. I didn't. It ain't know what I said.
there's several reasons why I do that. One of the reasons because I like playing with the hand. I might go over the top of the hand. I might come over the wrist. I might grab the wrist and do a move. But sometimes I grab the wrist because the follow is pulling too hard. So sometimes I'll do that too. If she's pulling too hard, I'll go over the wrist, especially on some of the students because I tell them, or I put my hands on the top of their hand because I want them to feel the connection from the top and not from the pull. So sometimes I'm guilty of grabbing the wrist. So I just
The
want
reason
to
makes
You
sense.
just had to, because you thought you was never gonna be allowed to dance with Kagan again.
I
Oh,
wasn't gonna walk off. I promise.
So in my defense, man, because Irish trying to play me on the cool, y'all.
yeah, I just saw it too. I was about to say something for you.
No, like in my defense, I do not mind a guy holding a lead or whomever holding my hands, my wrist. I mean, that's part of the connection. Let's be honest about that. It's the continuous where you don't allow me the opportunity to, if I have an open moment to freestyle, to actually feel the dance, enjoy the dance, like to make the dance my own. That's where the problem come in for me. I don't like feeling restrained while I'm
Yeah.
dancing. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be high energy. It's supposed to be, like I just feel like it should be over the top moment. But if you're holding me, what can I do? I mean, I can only do what you put me in, and I don't like that. I don't
Yeah.
like feeling restrained as a
Same.
dancer.
Yeah.
I got
Exactly.
you. I got you. There used to be a person in the dance community. I have not seen this person in a while. Walter may know who I'm talking about. But his whole dance was here from 0.1 second to 3 minutes and 27 seconds. His lead was here. Walter
Ooh.
laughing. His lead was right here. And it just, you could not do anything in that dance. And it was frustrating because that was the whole dance. There was just no opportunity to do anything because you were locked in by the wrist. So I totally get that. I really do. Um, okay. I asked this question last week. Dominique made me change it up. So, but I'm going to ask it again to see if y'all gonna, how you all will respond. But we've all had dances that we felt like we could have done better, right? Some people will have a dance like that and they decide that they're just never gonna come back. I've been in the community long enough since what, '09 to long enough to know that there are some people that had a few bad dances or experiences and they just never set foot back on the wood. So, how do you recover after, you know, um, bad experiences? I won't say bad dance, but bad experiences while you're on the dance floor. Because some people, let's face it, don't. So, what is your recovery process? If you've ever had a bad experience, I don't know. I know I've had a couple, but how would you, or what advice would you give to someone who's had that experience?
So I don't know if anybody knows this, but I have been dropped in a dip before. It was during a class, or whatever, but it really broke my confidence. Like I literally ran out of there crying. And I was very, very new into the dance too. Um, so obviously I kept going, but it was hard. It was hard to to rebuild that confidence. Um, the only advice I would give is to leave it there. Leave it there, regroup. If you have to walk away or, leave it alone for a little bit, okay. But just leave it there. I've had bad dances. I've had bad competition dances, or times where I felt like I didn't do my best. And everybody has their bad day, right? You don't quit just because of a bad day. So, brush it off and just keep going.
That's good advice. Good advice. Tiffany or Sandra?
I was
Nobody
gonna.
wants to say nothing.
I would say that bad dance. So when I first started dancing within my first 2 years, I was still struggling real bad with confidence and self-esteem. It was like I've always struggled with confidence my whole life, and so I remember being on the floor dancing with the lead who the whole time he talked about what I wasn't doing right, like you're not doing this right. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? It literally broke me. So I was in a very fragile state, right? I was in a very fragile state, and that day I remember finishing the dance with him, taking my shoes off and leaving. I was done. I was done. And so what I did was I remember the reason why I started dancing. And then I had some good people around me who were in my ear, were in my ear. Hey, you got it. It's okay. You're gonna mess up. You're good. They were constantly reassuring me. And I don't think I danced with him for like 3 years after that. Because it broke me so bad. And so I would just say that not to allow anybody to tear you down. What really should have happened is I should have walked off the floor in that moment. I should have walked off the floor instead of staying on the floor and finishing the dance.
Yeah. That's and I know how that feels. I really do. I'll share if we have time. Thanks for that, Tiffany. Sonja?
Yeah, I think I would say something similar to what Caitlin shared. Just continue to show up for yourself, and also building on what Tiffany said, like remembering your why for the dance. Like it's usually not connected to another person. It's usually internal, right? Like there's something about dancing that you love and you enjoy. And I think that we all just have a responsibility to ourselves to not let people take that from us, because I know for me, like it's definitely a passion of mine. And
Sure.
So it's like just kind of remembering your why and keeping going.
Yeah. And that could be devastating. I remember I went to Desiree's one night before it was the Red Rooster, and there was a guy. He was a two-stepper. I think he was like a legend. I don't know, but I had seen him out a lot. And we were dancing, and he berated me the same way and repeatedly asked me, what was I doing? Are you two-stepping? You sure you two-stepping? Are you sure? What you doing? Through the whole dance. And I remember calling Walter, and I was trying to explain to him who the guy was, and how he made me feel in that moment. And this was right, at the beginning of the two-step journey, right? Because I started swinging out first. And so at the beginning of my two-step journey, this is the conversation I get. And, the one thing I can say about Jay always told us about the legends, respect the older generation or whatever. So this was from a person that, I felt like I had to automatically respect because he was, a seasoned two-stepper or whatever. But in that moment, I felt like straight, I did not feel good. And if I'm not mistaken, I think I left after that, right? Because he really hurt my feelings. But that was like in 2010, 2011, so I'm still here. But, some people, the snapback is not always snappy. Sometimes that we live in those moments, right? I remember when Liddell hurt my feelings one time. Liddell asked me, "Why? What you doing? You kicking rocks?" And I was like, Liddell, I had to clutch my pearls, right? I was like, Liddell. But I love Liddell. I love every piece of advice he's ever given me. In terms of swing out, he's a cool dude, but it was just his delivery was a little weird, right? But sometimes you can say things in a way that are constructive and helpful, but sometimes you can say things to purposely hurt someone, and that's the part I don't like, and it's that part that sometimes keep people from coming back, right? That's what we want to.
Can I say something?
You sure can, with your finger in the air.
Well, I don't think people say things all the time to hurt your feelings. I think I guess as an instructor, uh, and you as a teacher know that once you become someone that is teaching a large amount of people, you have to learn how to work with different personalities and different mindsets, different perspectives. Like you said, some people may have anxiety, some people just don't care. They just they don't know how to filter their mouth. They may say something and not intentionally mean it. So you got to be able to, I guess, wing your way through that and kind of learn that. 'Cause that's something I had to learn I guess, as a dancer too. Coming in a community, you got people that'll say things to you, but me, it just roll off my back. I'm the type of
Yeah.
person that
Yeah.
it goes in my ear, and if it's something that I need, it'll stay in there. If it's not, I'm on to something else. But that's just me. Everybody's different.
It's
Everybody
definitely a
is
I'm
skill.
different.
different. I'm
It's
different.
a
I'm
skill.
real different.
Yeah.
I feel
But
like
I would say, if you're a
You cut John off.
no,
if
I thought
you're
he was done. Go ahead.
no, I'm sorry, if you're a beginner and you experience something, just know that some people may give you an experience. Like you may have some guys that's not an instructor at all, and they'll just be telling you and trying to teach you and telling you to do some stuff that don't even make no sense. So what I would say, do just uh, whatever 3 minutes, 2 minutes. Once you're done, you move on, move past that, and never look that way again. Because in the community, you're gonna experience it. I experienced it. Everybody experienced. You're gonna experience it. So
Yeah.
I would say just, sometimes I've learned that some people that I actually thought was professional wasn't. Some people I thought was good dancers or had knowledge wasn't. They were just trying to tell me some stuff or say you need to do this and do that. So it's a lot of things that we don't know once we come into the community that affects us. And so my advice to you is if you have an instructor, maybe sit down, have a conversation and tell them about your experience. And like Tiffany said, there was people that was around her that gave her advice and told her, if you got people like that, sit down and talk to them before you walk away. Because
Yeah. Yeah.
dancing is my piece, so it's nobody can run me away from that.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true.
I'm sorry for
China.
talking that long, y'all. My bad.
China.
Well, I had someone that literally, if I was somebody that was easy to be embarrassed, I would have definitely been embarrassed. It could have definitely been a detrimental point in my dance journey. However, I'm a person that take things like that and it adds fuel to my fire. When you tell me what I can't do, I'm gonna show you what I will do. So I wish every follow would do that because you have to remember just because a lead is telling you you're doing it wrong don't really mean you're doing it wrong because they could be leading you wrong just as well. That's like a half a dozen in one hand, six in the other. But yeah, I'm just saying, that could be a two-way street. So don't
Yeah.
let a lead intimidate you. Don't let somebody trying to coach you through a whole entire dance disturb your mental. Let that be fuel to your fire. Let that be the reason that you go back and you do it again. Cause I feel like this. When I mess up, we just made us a new move. I just did my big one. We did something different. But we gonna keep on going. We
We're
not
gonna
gonna
keep
stop,
on, we're gonna keep
just
on
don't
going.
stop
Yeah.
is my thing. Mess up a
Exactly.
million times,
Exactly.
but keep going. So what? It is a
Exactly.
dance. It is not a grade to determine whether you gonna live the next day. Like, make it fun. Don't make it so uptight. Just have
Yeah.
fun with it.
Yeah.
I agree with
I
that,
agree.
China. Yeah.
I
I think
agree.
for me, that's why I'm so focused like on building confidence in followers. Like all of our newbies, they go out dancing, social dancing, and their head held high every time they step on the floor. They are confident. So you can't tear them down because the confidence building started when they walked in the door.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. That's really good. And Tanya said some people know exactly what they're saying and they tend to be ugly and hurtful and they probably do. Let's face it. Some
Yeah.
people are just not happy, but that doesn't have anything to do with us. That's more of a them thing. So we gotta remember that. I know I have to remember that. We all have to remember that because let's face it, somebody's gonna say something, do something. I mean, we live in America, okay? Somebody's gonna say something, do something that's not gonna sit well with us. But it's about moving forward because all of us came into the dance for a reason, or we stayed for a reason,
Mm-hmm.
right? So there's no way I'm going back to the Iris I was in 2009.
Yeah.
There's no way. Men's, depression, no, there's no way I'm going back to that.
Yeah.
So you have to let a lot of stuff roll off and like trying to say make it use it as fodder to build yourself up even better, right? Get it like arsenal. Every bad thing you say I can't do, every negative thing that you say, make it a part of your arsenal, right? And you go out with a full armor of God and a full armor, all that stuff that you said, and now it's me against the world type of thing. So you all give some really great answers. Good evening, Miss Priscilla. So listen, this is going to be probably the last thing, and then I'm going to show the flyer for July 4th Sunday. But when people dance with you, and this is for everyone, we're going to even include Walter McDonald Jr. When people dance with you, what do you hope they remember? Not just about your moves, but how you made them feel.
I hope
Devastating
they
has already been taken.
I hope they be like, man, that girl is smooth. No,
What you say, Kaylee?
like, man, that girl is smooth. No, I'm kidding.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's good. That's good.
But I
That's
just hope
good.
that they have a fun, enjoyable dance. It's especially like in a social dancing setting, it's not that serious. So we all, had a full week or whatever. And this is our time to let our hair down, relax, enjoy some good music. So I just hope that they have a good time after we dance.
I like that. That's a smooth girl. All right, Tiffany.
Um, I want them to leave thinking, you know what? I might really be able to do this.
I like that.
Like, you know what? Because, while we're dancing, I'm dancing, especially with newer leads, I'm definitely reassuring them along the way because I want the leads to stay. We need leads, right? We need them. And
Really.
so I am building them. I want them to have the confidence to, it doesn't matter. Go ask somebody else to dance. So that's what I want.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. I can do this. Sandra?
Yeah, I love those answers. And, I really love to dance with beginner leads too, because it's just like I remember when I was a beginner, I remember I wanted people to dance with me. And that's really, just to be encouraging to people instead of that other stuff we were just talking about, like just being encouraging and help people reach their potential. Like that's so rewarding. But yeah, I would just want them to feel joy and like, yeah, I want to dance with her again, you know?
I like that. I like that. I like that. China?
Yeah, pretty much the same thing that they're saying. Like, yeah, I got this. I can do this. She just made me feel like I was one of
Uh-oh. I'm
the best.
sorry. That wasn't supposed to be up. Go ahead, China.
She just made me feel like I was one of the best leads ever. I'd want to be a confidence booster every time I dance with
Yeah,
somebody.
for
I
sure.
like that. So we got confidence booster. I feel like I can do this. She's so smooth. It was like dancing on butter. I like all of that. And those are the things that most follows want. Most follows want to be remembered as smooth dancers, want to be remembered as confident, engaged. We want to feel like we've made a lead feel good. These are all the things that that follows want to feel. So that's really good. And talking to the hardest follow in the world. Okay, I'm telling you, have anybody ever led Walter? That dude got some muscles. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. That dude got some muscles. Coming from a follower's perspective, Walter.
From a follow perspective. Okay. I guess I would want. I would. I guess I would want them to feel like every dance moment was genuine. Like
Memorable,
genuine.
genuine. Oh, that's good. That's good.
Like I'm really passionate about dance. I love dancing and I really enjoy it. So if I dance with you, I'm enjoying the dance whether you're a beginner or advanced. And so I want you to actually feel that this dance is genuine and not me just doing something just to be doing it. So I want them to feel that energy. So they can, so they can walk away with feeling like that was a genuine dance. He enjoyed it, I enjoyed it, and
I got you. I got you.
that's what I want people to walk away with.
I got you. One night at Thirst, I'm pretty sure John has told this story before, but we were dancing. I want to say it was off a fast song. I can't remember. But I elbowed him in the lip, and he started bleeding like profusely. So I say that to say, in that moment, I was so embarrassed. I just, as a follow, it was devastating. And so I was like, okay, I can't do this anymore, whatever. But in that moment, John made me feel, he kept saying, it's okay, Irish. I hate that. He's the only person I let him call me that. It's okay, Irish. Everything is fine. I'm going to be okay. And he literally kept dancing while blood was, dripping out of his lip or down his face. And I say that to say that even though that was a horrible moment, some as a follow, it's important that we have that kind of reassurance. We don't have to elbow somebody in the lip, but that's the kind of reassurance as a follow that I would want, right? That as soon as I step on the dance floor, I'm gonna do my part as a follow, but as a lead, you're gonna do your part as a lead, right? Because it's not always just about a follow having confidence. Sometimes it's about a lead pouring into a follow, right? Who may not be, as confident as, she or he, sorry, China,
Thank you,
to
ma'am.
be in that moment. So yeah, all of you were just so amazing. And there are a lot of ladies on the live. So just one thing that you could say to them, to just remember, to take away, from this one conversation about being a better follow, um, or just not necessarily being a better follow, but I don't really like the way that sounds. But if you could give them a piece of advice, what would it be?
I would say, remember your why you started
Remember
dancing.
your why. I like that.
Yep.
Okay.
I would say keep showing up for yourself.
Good.
Okay. I like that.
Mhm.
Okay.
And I would add, um, just remember your joy. Like we've talked about how dancing, usually we're getting something from it. A lot of times it's joy, a lot of times it's release. So kind of like remember your why, but also tap into the joy specifically because for some people, like that 3 minutes on the floor or whenever we go social dancing, like that's the main release that we get. So if that's what it is for you, just lean into it because it's gonna be good to you.
I like that. I like that. Um, y'all are much more calm and refined than the leads. I like this. A little queening on here. I like it. China.
Keep going, keep showing up, and don't become complacent in the dance.
I like that. I like that. I like that. Don't become complacent. All right. Okay. Okay. Walter, you got the last word?
Uh, focus on the positive and ignore the negative.
Focus on the positive and enjoy the negative. All right. All right.
Ignore the negative. You said
Ignore the negative. I did say
ignore
enjoy.
the negative.
Sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all, this conversation has been literally. It feels like you're in a queen space. Everybody's just, I love it, and it's a great not comeback, but it's a great response to the lead's perspective. So Amber says y'all are quite calm and cute. Yes, those are the words that I was thinking. You all really are. You are lights in the dance community. Everybody's looking, watching you. Trust me. So just keep building, and we're going to keep following your journeys. We appreciate you all being on. You may see me in November, Tiffany. I like a little afterglow party.
Woo,
Yeah.
it's gonna be elegant. Oh, it's gonna be so amazing.
Okay, all right. Well, I'll text or message you for more information. But you all have a great night. I love you, and I wish you nothing but God's blessings.
Thank you.
All
Thank
right.
Good
you.
You're
night,
welcome.
y'all.
All right, y'all.
Hello. Good. How are you?
I'm good. It was so good to see you, but I wanted to call you real quick because I don't know if you're like still logged in live, but it may it's still showing up on my end. I can't see, but it's like I hear background noise.
Really?
Yeah, so I don't know. I would have thought it once
I don't see I'm on there.
it's still showing you on.
Yeah, it says on the thing it says thanks for being a part of the live stream.